Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been waiting for when to say this stuff. This popular. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm excited. I'm super excited to start a YouTube channel. I'd always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I was scared of the consistency, the ability to be able to drop content all the time, and some of my friends actually encouraged me to actually start. That if I don't start, I'll keep on procrastinating this. And this is going to be nice. I have been through a lot in life when it comes to business, process. I understand the times of little beginnings. I understand what they call seed time and harvest. Everything is process. I don't just want to jump up, I want to grow up gradually. And I feel I should share these steps with people. I should share what I've learned so far with people. So on this channel, we'll be seeing a lot of things. I'll be telling you about my travels, how much I spend, how I got my visas. I'll be telling you guys about everything about my life, how I started in business, strategies I adopt time by time, and also I'll be talking about investments I do. So this is going to be an educative channel. It's not just going to be a normal channel. So it's everything. I can't just create a niche, but everything. We'll talk about investments, we'll talk about business strategies, how to start a business. You want to go on a solo vacation without spending so much, how to get some visas, you want to advance your education, you just want to add better quality to your life. You want to position yourself on a global scale. You want to do everything different. You want to attract clients. So this channel will just be about education. There are times I'm going to bring up people who have done better in their craft. I'm going to host them. They are going to tell us some secrets to the advancement or the results they are getting from their business. But today, let's talk about what I have for us today. We'll be talking about how I started photography. I mean, a lot of people know I'm a photographer, but for first timers, people watching this video for the first time, I am actually a photographer. I'm a photographer. So, then when I was in the university, it was, I think, my 200 level, yes. During the student work experience program, I studied mechanical engineering at Bells University of Technology. Proud of my university. Anywhere I go to, I talk about that university. I don't talk about my alma mater. Who will? So, at Bells University of Technology for engineering students, there's something in the curriculum called Student Work Experience Program. And during this student work experience program, we were to be in school during the summer to learn some basic engineering crafts. Talk of welding, talk of carpentry, talk of a lot of things, subsea engineering and the likes. So then I just like taking pictures. I was always using my phone to take pictures, and I started documenting workshop processes, life during the SWEP. We call it SWEP, Student Work Experience Program. My friends, when they come during our practicals, I take their pictures. When we're trying to work with circuits, when we're trying to weld and build a particular machine, working on lathe machines, I take pictures. And I loved photography, and I just saved up money, about I think 14,000 naira, and I got a point and shoot camera. That was my first ever camera. Subsequent videos, I'm going to show you the picture of that camera. And I just got a camera. I started taking pictures. And one of my lecturers told me then, he said, Mr. Omoni, I will never forget him. I mean, I'm going to try my possible best to acknowledge a lot of people in this video, but if I forget, please pardon me. Mr. Omoni, we call him Might Still. He then told me, have you read ebooks on photography? He said, ebooks on photography. Oh, wow. I checked Google. Then I asked one of my friends, Charlie, we call him Charlie. I asked Charles Johnson. I was telling me, what does it mean? What is photography ebooks? Then I remembered ebooks, photography. I typed on Google and I started reading about photography. Photography was so broad. I mean, I took photography like a curriculum, another curriculum. I took photography as a curriculum. I started learning what the exposure triangle is, the ISO, the aperture, the shutter speed, different kinds of photographies, types of cameras. types of lenses. Like I was visualizing them in my head. Although I was using a point and shoot camera, don't forget. Then I was visualizing these things. I was learning day by day in the night. Man, some of my roommates then can actually testify. People like Felix Bassi, people like Alagba, people like Tunde, and the likes. I can't really, and guys in my departments like them, Essien, Tosin Yusuf, and the likes. And I started learning things in photography. I started studying about world-renowned photographers. I remember then I saw Getty Images. What is Getty Images? Who is the brain behind it? I read a lot about photography. And I started taking pictures. All my friends, I turned them to models. Talk about Buki, talk about Toyi, talk about Hope, talk about Winners, talk about Bemi, talk a lot of, even my roommates, my very close friend, Alagba, Badiwale Adedeji. Tosin Yusuf was a go-to model. Everybody, I must take pictures of you because anything I learn, I want to practicalize it. Then it got to a point when I knew like my point and shoot was very limited. Like it was limited, I couldn't do a lot with it. But actually maximized that camera. I remember a particular time I took a picture of one of my good friends, Joy Potter, and I did a very shabby edit. I did a lot of things, and everyone that saw that picture was like, what did you do? In fact, a friend reached out to me and said, Toby, never take my pictures again. Another friend, when she saw Joy's picture, never. I think what I did then, I'll look for that picture. I think what I did there was like, I turned her hair to purple, I changed her lips. I thought I was creative, but I did rubbish. But another of my friend told me, see, people are laughing about it now. I can remember Olakwe Toyin, very good friend, supporter. He said, Toby, people are laughing about it now, but try to relearn. Don't be discouraged. Be focused. Try to learn different. She was, I think then she was the only friend that actually encouraged me, and I started shooting back. A lot of friends, and I can't mention everybody's name. Chinela, Thomas Smoot, all of them. I took pictures of all of them. Then this time came when I needed to advance, like change my camera. Then I started saving money. It was not easy for me then. Like the budget for the camera was 70,000 naira. I started saving money. There was little I could save, and to be honest, my feeding allowance then was 10,000 naira. Yes, per month, 10k per month. And what would I do? How can I save 70,000 naira in a limited time? Then I started cutting down everything. I was eating food 200 naira per day. If you went to Bears University, you know back half. I went to back half. I'm going to buy 15 naira bread, 15 naira beans, and water. I made sure I wasn't spending more than 200 naira per day. This sounds funny. It's not feasible now. I understand. Like things like that are not feasible now. Then things when the food was not so expensive. That was how I was doing all the time. I was able to save money. I joined everything in the university. I think I joined the Bells Tech Performing Troupe. You know why I joined that troupe? I joined that troupe because they used to pay people after like acting convocation play. I remember Dr. Adebo Ali. And the sad thing is, immediately I joined that group just to cash out, they held me down. And they made me president in less than 1 year. They made me an ESCO, then I became president twice. But like, what am I trying to say? I joined a lot. I started selling stuff on campus. Drawing board, I sold. T-Square, I sold. I sold books. I sold drawing books, because we were doing this technical drawing then, and in the university bookshop it was more expensive. I'll go to Songwoods, I'll go and source and talk to the buyers. I'll come and sell it 30% less in the school, lesser rather in the school, and my friends would buy it. I made money. Then I started saving. I saved everything, and I was able to afford this camera. It was a dream come true. The first person I showed this camera was Olakwe Toyin. My friend, I will be mentioning Olakwe Toyin very well, because Olakwe Toyin she's married now, and I shot her wedding. Very amazing lady. And the first person I showed was Olakwe Toyin. Toby, you got a camera. I'm so happy for you. So I got that camera. It was like everything in this life had happened to me. let me digress a little to my family, my parents. Dad, mom, brother, and sister, they all sponsored me to the university. And my brother mentioned then, he said, when you knew it was photo you wanted to snap, why didn't you tell us? Why did you go and waste money in Bells University to study mechanics? We would have taken it to one man. Piqué was my dad's friend when we were growing up. He was our photographer. Piqué, all those Baba photographer. He said, we'll have taken you to Piqué. You go and learn. You'll be an intern with I mean, well, they were serious about it. And my dad, my mom, my sister, they always tell me that the primary reason why we sent you to university was to study, to become a mechanical engineer. Not all this photograph, this camera, you're carrying up and down and all like that. So they were not, at first they were not in support of it. Then that's that about my parents. I was able to get the camera. I got the camera and I started taking pictures. I was very close to everybody in the school. Professor Isaac Adeyemi, the vice chancellor as of then, Auntie Yemisi, the chancellor. The registrar of Bells University as of then. Then my very good friend, father, mentor, teacher, archer, no more didaskalos, anything, mention it. Mr. Demola Agiri was a supporter. Then I told Mr. Agiri that I'm actually scared of the future. I don't know what the future holds for me. I don't know. Then Agiri told me, you have a camera, you have a job already. Toby, don't worry yourself, you have a job. I was like, what's this man saying? I just got a camera of 7,000 and he's telling me you have a job already. But well, I kept on pushing. Then one day I took my HOD. Oh, a lovely man, Engineer Fakende. I took Engineer Fakende pictures. And the next day he gave me money. I was like, why is he giving me money? He told me, don't you know I'm meant to charge people when you take pictures? I said, who? I never knew. Although I rejected, but said, no, you have to collect the money. I collected the money from my HOD then, Engineer Fakende, an amazing man. I love him so much. When I was in UK last year, I visited him and he was so excited about it. Then I started charging for pictures. Gradually, I started saving. I was saving. Then it came to a point where I needed to learn professionally. The first person I would ever intern with was Mofeba Mewa, BNB. Yomi was my friend, Mofeba Mewa's sister, brother rather, and I spoke to him, he spoke to Mofa. I started interning with Mofa. In fact, the basics of editing, everything, with the first wedding I ever went to was Mofeba Mewa. I learned a lot from her. Chika Obodozie, amazing photographer. I learned a lot. Empire, Damilare, I learned so much from him because I was in uni then. I came to Lagos. He taught me how to edit videos. I was in a lot. So process, I was following process. I knew when I needed to advance in my editing. As at 400 level, I was already shooting gradually some small events, shooting in the school. In fact, then all the conferences they're doing, because then in Bells University there were a lot of conferences, especially second semesters. I was always happy. All the colleges would start calling me, negotiate with me. Sometimes they pay me 15K, 20K. It was a lot to me then. I was so happy. When I do the job, I can save 10K or 15K profits or 5K profits. I saved a lot. As I was saving, I was buying lenses. I was buying a lot of things. I was advancing in my career and my photographic career rather. It was an amazing one. I shot my first wedding. It was given to me by Ademola Agiri, Mr. Agiri. He connected with somebody. He paid for the wedding actually, yeah. And I shot that wedding. It was like the best thing that happened to me then. Then I started shooting. I was shooting weddings gradually. So that's my journey through photography. It's not just today. It started in 2013. Yes, I think 2013 when I was in 200 level. It was 2012. Will I say 2012? When I'm editing this video, I remember when exactly, and I'm going to put it in. But I think 2012, 2013, that was when I actually started. It was a whole lot. I learned a lot. I expanded my knowledge. I started collaborating with creatives in Lagos. That was when I met friends like Ewa, like the likes of Disebuseri, like Vivian, a lot of people. Started doing collaborations with Stephanie. I remember going to see you there with Guno. Guno Effect of blessed memory. May your soul rest in peace. The makeup artist, then I met Midewe, I met a lot of friends. I mean, then I was always, one thing was then, I was always going to different universities, private universities. I remember I was going to CUL because my good friend was there, Jaitim Lane. I was always going to Abuad. Yes, my friend connected with Akufo Oluwo, a very good friend and supporter, took me to Abuad, and I met a lot of people. Blessing Mukoro, Vura, I met Victor, I met Tife, yes. And another person I met that has been a blessing to me was Nico Valio in this journey of photography. So what am I trying to say? I met a lot of people. I was very humble to learn from, whether you know so much or you don't know anything. I can remember Ochuko, please. Ochuko was a supporter. It was in Bells, Ochuko. Then when I could not afford a professional camera, Ochuko was the go-to because he borrows me his camera then. I remember all the time I go to his room and I disturb him, borrow me your camera, borrows me. Somebody we started together too was Tony Zita of blessed memory. May his soul rest in peace. My friend too, Charles, we all started together. Rahman, we started this photography together then in Bells University, but we gave it our best. There were contests, we were doing fashion shows everywhere you find me, every corners of the university, but my education was not suffering because my education was also doing well. I did well. I was reading too. I was doing everything. And at this point, my parents were still not sure. My siblings were not sure. Like, what's this guy? He said to be a mechanical engineer of the family. And I remember during my 3 months IT, 6 months IT, even during my NYSC, it was the photography that was putting food on my table. Because during my 3 months IT, I was being paid 10K at Onward Paper Mills. It could not even so it was not sufficient for my transportation. During my 6 months IT at the Federal Airport Authority, I was paid 10K too. But if not for that photography, it was actually sustainable and I was getting small gigs. That was what I was using to actually feed myself, coupled with what my siblings and my parents give me. During my NYSC too, I think that was when I actually came out very well as a photographer. I met top photographers in Lagos, Kelechi Amadi, Gitirati Photography, Rare Magic, Potter Clay, yeah. I met a lot of Kevin Awesome. I met a lot of super amazing photographers and they helped me. I asked a lot of questions and all like that. So this has been my journey to photography. I'm a mechanical engineering graduate, and at some point during my NYSC, my brother was he was like, "What's happening? What next? Go and do ACCA. Is this how you be at home?" Because I was not getting gigs like that then because I was living with him. He was a very good supporter. My first studio started in my brother's house. In fact, I was the owner of the house. He had a 3-bed apartment. I was sleeping in one room. One room was my office. The parlor was my studio. Even the owner of the house had just one room to himself. But they said, go and write ACCA so you can enter auditing. I don't know this photography. Blah, 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 blah. This photography bought my first car. Brother told me, I'm proud of you. At your age, I have not made what you have made. So gradually I started. So it's seed, it's time, it's harvest. Whatever you're doing, any craft you find yourself in, please do it well and don't be in a rush. I'm not in a rush. In fact, now I wasn't in a rush to be like a celebrity photographer, to be a rich photographer. Money was not the main focus. It was the creativity, money. Like I said before, I never had the idea that they usually charge to take pictures. Money wasn't the main priority. It was creativity. It was to know. It was to feed my knowledge. It was to expand myself. And I had the ability to actually visualize a higher version of myself because one day I would get there. So any business you're doing, any craft you're learning, remember something: seed, time, and harvest. STH. I tagged it a STH theorem. The seed, the time, the harvest time will come. Don't rush. Even now, my harvest that is coming, the harvest now is not even up to 1% of where I'm going to. So for you to know, I'm still improving. I'm still in my seed period. I I understand time and seasons. So gradually, go and study any successful person, any Nobel laureate, any award winner, be it Lionel Messi, be it anybody. Go and study them. Aliko Dangote, Fola Wiyo, all of them started somewhere. There was their seed time. They did not jump up. They grew up. They grew up actually. Please take your time. Remember the seed, the time, and the harvest. Photography has been very interesting, and I have done a lot of businesses in the past. I don't want to say everything in this video because there's still a lot of videos I'll talk about. I'll still talk about when it got to a stage where I started thinking about other businesses, little short-time investments that would bring money sharp. I didn't want to be spending my profits. I wanted to be spending the interest, and I was able to do all those things. I was very disciplined with money. I'm not stingy. People say, I'm not stingy. I'm a giver, but I'm very disciplined with money. I don't spend money recklessly. I don't spend money anyhow. Like everything that has to be done, there must be a proper plan I'm trying to remember that word. And the budget, there has to be budget. Once it is out of my budget, it's out of my budget. I can't afford it. So you have to be able to plan very well. Please remove that money aspect. I understand that the goal of every business is to make profits, but remove that money from your mind. Let the creativity, let the advancement of the business, let the passion drive you on the profit side. So many times when people focus on profits, they hardly get anything from it. People are frustrated and they stop the business. I would end it by saying this. I'm not going to mention the business, but this business has been existing for about, company rather has been existing for about 9 years. And according to the knowledge I had, they started making profit last year. And we all know them, they are there doing advertisement, everything. Like they have been losing money, but they started making profits last year. What happened? Dedication, seed, time. They were not in a rush, they were building business gradually. See, drop your questions in the comment section. The next video you want me to do, you can talk about it. You can, pardon me, this is my first YouTube video and I make some mistakes. Just pardon me, this is the first YouTube video, and I hope to bring more and more to you. Please like this video, share this video, comment on this video, tell your friends about it, because I'm going to be saying a lot of educative stories, a lot of things that would actually help you when it comes to charity. A lot of things, how charity has actually helped me. I have never lacked anything. I have never prayed for money. So I'm going to be saying a lot on this channel, and it's not just going to be a regular YouTube video. It's going to be educative. I'm going to be inspiring a lot of people. I'm going to be picking words from my mentors, my teachers, what they have said, and I'm going to be telling you guys how you can actually make your life better, how you can make your business better, how you can package and brand yourself for excellence. Woo! One of the recipes of a good business, of a profitable business, of a global business, packaging and brand. We'll come there. And today, I would like to end this video and say thank you so much for supporting me so far. All my clients, all my friends, everybody, like everybody that knows me. I went to the same university. Oh, they tried for me. Most of the weddings I'm treating now are my friends. People went to the same universities. Their sisters, their brothers, their siblings, everybody. I'm going to be talking about networking. So let me end it. I'm talking too much. Let me end this video and see you guys some other time. Thank you.